Welcome everyone to the Daily Code, episode 24. I'm Chris. welcome. Yesterday we looked at PageKit, which is a PHP CMS, and we got it installed and we got it working, and it's really interested me in thinking about it and thinking about developing stuff for it. So today I thought it would be fun to try and make a dashboard widget. And I've got the perfect target in mind for that. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to copy code out of the Google Analytics or the Stats extension, I think it is, into just so that we can get something that registers and works and displays in the dashboard. And then we're going to go to the Twitch API and we're going to pull a list of recent followers because it's kind of useful, and we can build on top of that if we decide to do similar stuff in different episodes. So that's cool. So this is the site that we set up yesterday. I basically went through and installed a bunch of extensions on stream yesterday and played around with them a bit and looked at the underlying structure of the extensions, but not in too much detail though. So that's what we're going to do today. Right, so let me get chat up and let's dive in. So we saw yesterday that some of the core modules to PageKit. Oh, I've got a DS store thing. I hate these files. Stupid DS store files. So some of the core parts of PageKit are in this modules directory. But for everything you install through the package manager and for the themes, they're in this top level packages directory. So we've got a couple modules from Bixby. We've got a couple of themes down here and analytics and blog. And I think blog installs with PageKit by default. Then there's Google recapture stuff. I'm not sure if these are modules taken off of Composer or if they're just downloaded third-party source code. But this is a good place for us to start. So, and that is there again. Have I got this thing open in a file? Yes, I do. I'll just close that and delete that. Okay, so let's create a folder here. I'll call it assertchris because that will be the vendor namespace for it. And in here we'll say followers. The basic idea of this is that I want to be able to show a widget similar to the analytics widget. So let's add that quickly so you can see what that looks like. So basically just a panel like this. I haven't authenticated with, I haven't put the authentication code in, so this isn't going to display properly, but basically a panel that I can just add in the form of a widget. So let's have a look at what that looks like. I'm just going to tweet a bit. Okay, so the analytics code is in here, so PageKit Analytics. I think one of the first things we need is a scripts file. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're going to use this exactly, but I'll add this in here anyway. Scripts. And similarly to this, we're going to have to add, similarly to the analytics module, we're going to have to add a way to specify the Twitch channel to list the followers for. So we're also going to have this uninstall thing, basically exactly this. Instead of analytics, we can call this followers, I think. I mean, that seems fine. Maybe let's prefix these things because I can see conflicts happening here in this. Now, yesterday we saw PageKit actually has a custom dependency injection container, or not injection container, but dependency resolution container, which is what this references. So basically every package has the ability to add stuff and remove stuff from here. It's probably a good idea to try and namespace stuff. Maybe we can even use a /. That seems legit. I'm also, because I'm quite a stickler for this, going to change the format a bit. Okay, so this is a thing that will happen when we uninstall the package, but what about just getting the package to generally work? So here we've got, that's interesting. I wonder what these credentials are for. They're not my credentials, they came with the package. Anyway, here we've got this thing. I'm going to move this index stuff into here, or copy it into here. I take it we don't need OAuth because we're just going to call the API directly. The name for this, we can call this, again, just because we want to namespace this stuff. In fact, we'll call it like that. Autoload assertchris. Do I do it capitalized like that? I don't know. AC, nah, assertchris. Followers, and that goes to the src directory, which means we need an src directory. Very good, very good. Okay, main. This adds, it looks like it adds something to the resolution container, so I don't think we're going to need that right now. I'll just hit delete on that. Then some events. So I'm guessing these happen at parts in the system. So before the system initializes. Is that what that is? Before the dashboard is rendered, I'm guessing is what that is. So this gives us the ability to add JavaScript endpoints, it would seem, if we do app scripts. I'm just going to have a look in this modules folder, because maybe there is a thing in here that references these scripts. It looks like an array access thing that's used for adding references to scripts that need to be loaded. So modules, twig, no, source. Asset collection. Register. Is there a register method in here? Nope. I'm not really fussed. Anyway, it just looks like that's how you add JavaScripts to be displayed here. Now, I don't need any of these right now. And those are the only events that are in here, so I'm just going to bin them because I don't need them. That's interesting. So that's interesting. I don't know what that stuff is. I don't know what this stuff is. But this routes thing is curious to me. If we look at one of the other packages that are here in index, we should see some routes for stuff like this. Now, I don't want to define a special route for this widget. I actually just want it to be visible on the dashboard, but I'm not sure if if we have to define something here. For now, I think I'm going to take that out as well. So basically all we've done is add some autoload code for whatever's in our src directory. That might not actually be enough for what we want to do. Anyway, let's make all these things double quotes and remove some white space. I'm actually warming quite a bit to how this how PageKit lays the stuff out. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I just mean in terms of like the way that it registers new packages. That's pretty rad. Right, so back to analytics now. src app. What does this actually do? I'm guessing we're going to need this package.json thing. No, I don't think we need that. Presets? No, I don't think we need that. I do think we need this composer.json with an extension in it, so I'm going to take that and put it into our package. So we saw yesterday there's like kind of a weird way that PageKit handles these components, but they have their own. I'll copy this icon as well. Just for now, we can replace it later. There's kind of a weird way that PageKit loads these packages in, where there are composer files and folders outside a vendor. There isn't actually a vendor in the root of this. There is a vendor in app, and then these things are all vendor controlled. Don't ask me how, I don't know. Let's just do some of this nonsense. Do I have HTTPS on this domain? I wonder to myself. If I do this, will it actually work? It should do. No, it doesn't. I gotta set that up. That seems pretty weird that that is not the case. I'm gonna do that right now. Let me just log in here, and then I will drag the screen over. I don't want to dox myself. Okay, sign in. Okay, now the server I have this under is this personal one, I think. And the way that you do this is you go into one of these site setups. So I'll just go into this one. And error. Okay, I know why this isn't set up with SSL. So I set this box up a long time ago through Forge when the DigitalOcean API was still in version 2. And since then it's gone to version 3, and the version 2 keys are unauthenticated, and there seems to be no way to sensibly reset the authentication key that the server is created with in Forge yet, or that I'm just not doing it right. So no HTTPS for me. Anyway, we'll just leave this as that domain. This will be it. I'll delete that. Title is followers. And this is what this will be. Okay, now I have no idea how to clear this properly, but what I'm going to guess is that you can do composer dump autoload. Apparently DU is shorthand for dump autoload. Anyway, and I wonder if that will be enough. Will it give me an error? Add widget. Nothing. Okay, there's nothing in there. Maybe I have to enable it through here. Extensions. This is the first time I'm doing this, so it's status. Status what? Status what? Don't do that. Status what? Why is this off? Danger. Disabled. How do I enable it? Just gives me this blank thing. What? Okay, maybe I need a description. Shows newest Twitch followers. Oh, not capitalizing that. Full stop. Oh, followers. Let's dump autoload again because maybe that's required. Refresh. Will this give me a better option? No. What is this actually supposed to say? Message danger. Doesn't actually tell me anything useful. So I'm guessing that the, oh, well, that's an idea. I'll tell you what I can do. This is obviously some kind of JavaScript loaded thing. Okay, refresh and load, and then see what this gives us. We'll go to the network tab even. Enable. No response data. What are you doing? Okay, okay. So we've got a name there. For argument's sake, let's say it doesn't like that container name that we've done, or this container, this name that we've done. Let's dump autoload again and refresh. I want to get to the bottom of this because I want to enable this because I want to use this. Nope, no good. Well, maybe I'm missing something. Why is this DS store open? Get away. Maybe I'm missing something. Do I have any references in here? No, just how to autoload the code and the name here. Composer loads scripts and has that icon. This is formatted correctly, no trailing commas. Okay, so maybe I'm missing something. Do all of these have a languages folder? Do they need a presets file? Maybe you have to load a route. Maybe that's why this is here. If we add this back and just change it with some of our defaults, like that. Okay, and swap out all the quotes. All right, let's do that. And then in source, oops, let's not do that. In source, we'll have a controller folder. In fact, I'll just create it directly. Controller, what was controller? And what is the format of this? Source controller, analytics controller. I'll just copy that directly. Resize this a bit. Well, I mean, do we really want to do that? Hardly any space anyway. Okay, so assertchris followers controller. Oh, that's right. We said we were going to try and not use the / in case there was some kind of sensitivity to that. So I'll just use a dash here and a dash there, name assertchris followers. You can delete that stuff. Auth code, user action. What's that about? Oh, I don't need that. So this appears to be JavaScript stuff, JavaScript endpoints to load the stuff in. But what I'm interested in seeing, no, there's nothing there that looks like it's relevant to me. Yeah, I can delete that. None of that stuff actually looked relevant to what I needed to do. However, I'll try again. Maybe it's just that that file is required and supposed to be empty if you don't need it. No, still not working. Okay, so let's check the error log. I set this up yesterday. Fatal error, send headers on non-object. Send headers on non-object. So I didn't add this here before. But I don't know if that will make a huge difference. Does that just enable it? No. No. Do I need to dump composer autoload? It's basically just flailing around in the dark. Sorry about this. So not that either. What else is there? I've got a composer JSON. I've got an index. What name did I give this again? If I unnamespace all of this stuff, will that make a difference? I hope that's not what makes a difference, because if that's what makes a difference, there's a problem, like a glaring problem with this. No! It can't handle dashes in that pattern. That's an actual thing. Grouse. Grouse. Okay, so it's still not in here. Not really sure what to make of that. I've got to figure out a way around this. Maybe I must use underscores just as a way of namespacing that. It's super, super, super gross that it can't handle that. I don't really know what to make of that. Component. What's that about? So, this is interesting. Let's have a look at this again. API. Real-time. Profile. None of that stuff is what I'm really after. I want to know where the views get put in. Does it happen in this before? Dashboard. Scripts, scripts, scripts. Bundle analytics.js. No, don't do that. Is that the Google Analytics stuff? What I'm trying to see is how this thing gets loaded in. Do I need an app/component directory with like an empty view in it? Called followers.view. Okay. Let's just do like this. I'm actually going to stop there because I want to take a quick break. So I'll be back soon. Hang around for a bit, listen to some music.